welcome to SVG-TV News for Tuesday, August 12th, 2025. I am Yvette Bowens with the details. 4 Vincentian historians have completed a major research project on the history of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, culminating in the presentation of Volume 1 of a comprehensive historical account of the nation. The historians, Dr. Adrian Fraser, Dr. Cleve Scott, Dr. Gary Denny, and Dr. Arnold Thomas, have been working on the project for just over 2 years. Their work was officially handed over during a public lecture titled Our Vincentian Civilization, Retrospect and Prospect. During the event, the scholars offered brief insights into the content and significance of the book, which is the first in a planned multi-volume series chronicling the development of the Vincentian people, society, and culture.
The introduction is everything. So we start with geography, the size, the amount of rivers, the fact that we get rain, and that we have mountains. And from that, we move to discuss the importance of history. In fact, the first thing you're going to see on the first page is, I don't know if I use the word epithet because Ambassador is here, my English teacher, they might tell me I use any wrong word, but it says, if you want to ennoble a nation, show it its history.
I want to say that in my reading and in the other comments you will hear, I want to make 3 points that I think is really quite important. In writing this history and in listening to this history, what I want you to have is a sense of astonishment. That is the first point. Think of, here we have, in the year 1508, a Kalinago leaving St. Vincent, traveling almost 1,000 miles, heading towards the Bahamas, heading towards Puerto Rico, to fight against the Spanish.
What the British considered to be the extraordinary success in Barbados would then be quickly exported throughout the Caribbean and across the Americas. By 1725, plantation slavery had become the dominant mode of production throughout the British colonies in the Caribbean and in North America, except in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and you've heard about that.
The people who were reading them were other scholars and people who were doing research. And I vowed at that time that my emphasis was going to be on Vincentian history and about the ordinary people, so that what we have been doing here really means a lot to me.
The book launch formed part of the Emancipation Month activities organized by the Ministry of Tourism, Civil Aviation, Sustainable Development and Culture. Tourism and Culture Minister Carlos James emphasized the importance of the research, describing it as a critical step in capturing and preserving Vincentian history in its most authentic form.
What we're doing here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we are putting in place a documentation of our history, of our story, written by our own Vincentians. Because the next generation of Vincentians, of Caribbean people, when they study our civilization, the historical legacy of who we are as a people, it doesn't have to be told and reflected and recorded with a Eurocentric view, but through the eyes of our own Vincentian storytellers and historians. And that is what we're documenting.
Minister James also noted that the launch of the book aligns meaningfully with Emancipation Month observances, which honor the legacies of resistance and resilience in Vincentian society. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves also addressed the gathering, offering reflections on the rich and unique history of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, highlighting its distinction from other Caribbean nations.
The second thing about our history is very interesting, and we have seen a resurgence of it because of the way we have been discussing our history and the way in which we have elevated Chateaubriand. that the only group of persons of Africans or of African descent in the colonial period who were never enslaved were the Garifuna. Second point. Exceptional. Thirdly, the longest period of anti-colonial resistance by indigenous persons from 1763 up to 1800 took place right here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, in Uramin.
Work on additional volumes is ongoing as the research team continues to explore other chapters of the nation's complex and multifaceted history. The St. Vincent Electricity Services Limited, VINLEC, has officially launched its Smart Meter project, a major initiative aimed at transforming its operations and enhancing how it delivers electricity services to the public. The announcement was made at the project's launch event held on Monday. The initiative will be rolled out in 2 phases, with phase 1 scheduled to begin next week. This first phase will involve the replacement of over 50,000 traditional electricity meters with smart meters, beginning in communities across central and northern St. Vincent, as well as the Grenadines. This stage is expected to last between 15 to 18 months. Electrical engineer and engineering lead for the project, Rashad Smith, described the initiative as a milestone in VINLEC's ongoing journey towards service excellence, technological modernization, and customer empowerment under the project slogan, Smarter Metering for Smarter Living.
Reflects our commitment to delivering more than just reliable electricity. It represents a promise to modernize the way we serve you. The smart meters being introduced today will deliver faster data collection, consistent billing periods, and provide a more smoother customer experience overall for everyone. But more importantly, they would serve as a foundation for a more connected and sustainable energy future for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. As technology and customer expectations evolve, so too must the system that supports them. Accurate, reliable meters enable trust. And that trust is essential for everything we do, from billing and customer care to planning the future of electricity in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Currently, VINLEC technicians must visit each meter location to take a reading. So they must visit every home and every business. An approach that is time-consuming, resource-intensive, and prone to situational challenges to access the meter. Mr. Wright would have touched on some of them. We're referring to the lock gates and sometimes the areas that have a few dogs patrolling that you can't enter. With the introduction of smart meters, this data collection process becomes significantly more efficient. In the first phase of our transition, meter reading can be captured using a handheld device, which I'm holding here, or a drive-by device, which means we can read the meter from a distance remotely. Our focus today is on that very transition.
Smith explained that VINLEC's transition to smart metering has been a journey of continuous improvement. He highlighted that for over 2 decades, electromechanical meters featuring traditional number rollers were the standard across the country. While functional, they presented limitations in efficiency and data accuracy. He said in 2012, they embraced digital metering technology. Now in 2025, they are proud to offer the next generation of energy management through smart meters.
These meters go beyond measuring consumption. They have the ability to communicate with us and with you, enabling a whole new level of service, responsiveness, and customer control. The Sensus Stratus IQ1S smart meter is the centerpiece of this modernization effort. It represents a shift from traditional metering to a more intelligent, responsive platform, designed for durability, reliability, and scalability. The Sensus Smart Meter offers advanced capabilities that go beyond simply recording consumption. These meters are equipped with wireless communication, remote reading functionality, and diagnostic features that give VINLEC and you better visibility into your electricity usage. As I mentioned, each meter has a digital display, and this is good. This makes power consumption easy to understand. It has tamper detection and alerts. So if something goes wrong with the meter, you and VINLEC would know about it. It has Census's proprietary FlexNet two-way wireless communication. It means at some point you will be able to communicate with the meter. It has built-in support for grid-tied renewable energy. That means we're making it more easier for you to add solar to the grid. It offers prepaid metering. This means you can top up your meter just like how you top up your phone. This is a feature I believe the landlords would be excited for. It is built for harsh outdoor environments, which means it would work well in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And the data transfer is encrypted and meets utility scale cybersecurity standards. This means your data is safe. In short, ladies and gentlemen, this meter is a smart investment for the future of electricity in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Smith emphasized the benefits of a smart meter to customers, noting that the system will help create a more responsive, transparent, and reliable electricity experience.
From day one after installation, you will benefit from more accurate billing. No more guesswork. No more situational challenges, as I explained, with the lock gates or the dogs. You can lock a gate if you want. You can let your dogs roam. We would still get the meter reading, and we will get the meter reading accurately. Over time, the benefits will grow even further. These meters can help VINLEC detect problems on the grid without waiting for customers to report them. So in the future, when the power goes out, we will know as soon as it happens. This means faster support and better service. I should mention that other utility companies in the region, such as in Curaçao and Grand Cayman, with these same smart meters, have implemented web and mobile platforms which let customers see their power consumption usage in real time. That means that you can be at work or you can be on the road, open your phone and look at an app and see exactly what is consuming power at your home. Features such as these put power back into your hands, into the customer's hand. Another question that the customers might ask is my bill going to increase? And the answer is no. There are no changes to the electricity rates. There are no hidden fees nor any additional fees. Your bill will show exactly what you use, no more, no less. Another question might be, do I need to be home to get my meter changed? The answer is no. Once we can safely access your meter, we will change it.
Minister with responsibility for energy, Honorable Benava Brown, has stated that the rollout of the smart meter project represents more than just the introduction of a new device. She described it as another important step in the government's ongoing efforts to modernize the nation's electricity services, bringing tangible benefits to customers, communities, and the country as a whole.
For the customer, this advancement means fast and more accurate and more transparent billing. No longer will metering require the manual visits, and I know for VINLEC workers that's an added benefit, you know, the hassle of the dogs. I see the men walking around with the sticks all the time, and I think about that. So this is indeed great. But the other thing it does, it allows our customers to better plan their usage and understand their energy usage, which is important in the drive for conserving energy. I can reflect upon the resilience of the team, the VINLEC team I'm speaking about, the resilience shown in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl, the way that we were quickly able to restore the damaged infrastructure, and the confidence that the nation gained in you at that time. And I'm sure as we continue to transition and advance the technology, this would just be a step in that direction. None of this would be possible without the dedication of the VINLEC team, from the engineers, technicians, to the customer service representatives, the admin staff, the hardworking, and your hard work, your professionalism have become the backbone of this project. The rollout of this of these digital meters required careful planning, training, commitment, and you have risen to the challenge at every step. This digital transformation is happening at a time at our nation as it's also accelerating its transition to renewable energy through solar farm projects being implemented by VID. And all of this shows your added commitment towards.
Brown emphasized that the world is currently undergoing significant shifts, technological, economical, and environmental, and noted that VINLEC is taking the lead in embracing these changes to ensure that St. Vincent and the Grenadines develops a stable, modern, and affordable energy sector.
As we launch this new chapter of digital meters, let us do so with pride in what we do, in what we have to achieve, the confidence in the direction we are heading, and the commitment to continually delivering the best possible service to the people, because that is who we serve after all. To the customers, I say that these meters are for you. They represent our promise to bring you better service, better tools, and a better energy future. To the staff, I say thank you for your dedication once again, your professionalism. You are indeed the heartbeat of VINLEC. I look forward to working together with the general public as we light a way that is cleaner, smarter, and connected, and more connected to St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
VINLEC anticipates that by the end of 2026, all customers across St. Vincent and the Grenadines will be equipped with smart meters. The completion of this rollout will mark the company's full transition to advanced metering infrastructure, a modern data-driven system with enhanced features such as usage tracking, outage detection, and faster response time. As the Unity Labour Party continues the process of selecting its candidates for the upcoming general elections, several government ministers took time out over the weekend to celebrate the 79th birthday of their party leader and Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves. Dr. Gonsalves, who is seeking a 6th consecutive term in office, is the longest-serving Prime Minister in the history of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Party representatives used the occasion to not only honor his leadership, but also express their enthusiasm about continuing to work alongside him as the ULP heads into another election cycle.
We are celebrating the vision, the leadership, and love of a great man. And I want to give thanks to Almighty God for giving him strength. I want us to continue to keep him in our prayers, because in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we want Comrade Ralph not only now, but we want him for many, many more years to come.
I want to leave with this important message. This upcoming election, this political party, we are going to unveil a manifesto with important plans that you, the people, will see and will test and will listen, and you will make your decision whether or not this government will continue after the next general election.
In a continued effort to tackle predial larceny, a long-standing issue affecting farmers across St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Senator Israel Bruce has announced that targeted programs will be implemented under a future new Democratic Party administration. Speaking at an NDP village meeting held in Lomond on Saturday, Bruce, who is also a practicing attorney, issued a strong warning to individuals involved in agricultural theft, commonly known as predial larceny. He cautioned that those who are in the habit of stealing from farmers need to stop. Hefty fines are coming.
Before election day, that I will, as a member of the new Democratic Party cabinet, fight tooth and nail to protect the farmers of my constituency and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So here what coming. If you're thieving, stop. Because night court will come. Your John bench will come swift. The punishment will increase, and there will be more to come. So back off.
Bruce emphasized the economic and emotional toll that predial larceny takes on the nation's farmers, noting that the problem not only undermines food security, but also discourages investment in agriculture. He stated that a key part of the NDP's strategy will involve better protection and monitoring of farmers' interests.
The yam producers in South Central Windward, those who produce in the Portuguese yam, all you know who I mean. For months upon months upon months, I know that you're having a problem because there's a disease that is affecting your yam production. And this government, this Minister of Agriculture is doing nothing about it. But we in the New Democratic Party, we are here to your rescue.
The opposition senator also revealed that he has drafted a comprehensive 25-point development plan for the South Central Windward constituency. According to Bruce, this plan will serve as a roadmap for the constituency's growth and will be officially launched at the next constituency meeting. Youth development and support for aspiring entrepreneurs will also be major pillars of the plan. Predial larceny remains a serious concern for Vincentian farmers, many of whom have long called for stronger legislative and enforcement measures. The Organization of American States, OAS, through its Development Cooperation Fund, DCF, has approved a US $125,000 project for the Center for Enterprise Development, CED, that focuses on the impact of climate change on women and underserved communities in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The Unlocking Opportunities Through Climate Change Initiatives, UOCCI project, will be implemented during the OAS DCF 2024-2027 programming cycle to support, recognize, and foster the contributions of women and underserved communities to create a more inclusive and effective approach to climate action that benefits everyone. The goal of the UOCCI project is to reduce the impact of climate change, to enhance livelihoods and increase economic opportunities for women and vulnerable communities. The project features a number of training sessions, forums, and grant funding for climate action projects developed by groups or organizations. The UOCCI project signing ceremony was held today, August 12, 2025, with staff from the Ministries of Finance, Economic Planning and Information Technology, and Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, the local OAS office, and CED witnessing the event. The UOCCI project is funded from US $1,875,000 in seed funding that was approved for the 2024-2027 DCF programming cycle, dedicated to climate action and guided by 4 thematic areas: circular economy, climate and environmental education, development of climate-smart skills, and the impact of climate change on women and underserved communities. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is among 15 countries that are eligible to participate in the 2024-2027 OAS DCF programming cycle under the 4 approved programs. Between 2014 and 2024, the OAS DCF has funded a number of projects in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, including the US $83,000 Comprehensive Early Childhood Care Project entitled Restructuring the Early Childhood Curriculum in SVG. During the 2017 to 2021 cycle, US $100,000 for CED's Resilience Through Innovation and Technology MSME Recovery Program during the 2021-2024 cycle. The Development Cooperation Fund of the Organization of American States is supported by the annual voluntary contributions of OAS member states and is geared towards addressing their most urgent development needs, particularly among those with smaller and more vulnerable economies. In its programming, the fund emphasizes institutional and human resource capacity building as the basis for sustainable development. Chief Executive Officer of the Carnival Development Committee, Rodney Small, has underscored the importance of steel pan music as a core element of Vincentian and Caribbean culture. He made the remarks during a discussion on NBC Radio Monday morning as part of activities commemorating World Steel Pan Day, observed annually on August 11th. Small described the recognition of the steel pan as a Caribbean art form as a proud moment for pan players across the region.
I mean, it is really a great feeling. I mean, as pan players, pan lovers, pan enthusiasts. I mean, everything pan. We've been fighting for years for this respect, for this recognition and all these things. And for me personally, I mean, for somebody who have been in the art form for over 27 years, when I heard that announcement, I mean, everything I was doing had to stop because it now felt good to know that we are recognized as a Caribbean instrument, as a Caribbean grouping, as a Caribbean art form who have been through it all, that we are now recognized on this particular level. And I want to publicly say once more, thank you to Trinidad and Tobago, Pan Trimbago, the president there, Ms. Ramsey Moore, my very good friend, and her entire executive, I mean, for putting forward this case and it being accepted.
Small noted that plans are underway to strengthen the steel pan fraternity in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, aimed at increasing support and elevating the visibility of pan players and organization.
For us here in St. Vincent is also a day that we do recognize. I mean, this year we had some major plans. I mean, we wanted to do our own conference, but because of the lecture that happened last night, we didn't really want to clash with it. But I can tell you, we have already shelved those plans and going to look at them for early next year. There's some internal things that we are doing, especially on our social media platform. There's some little meet and greet gathering that we want to do as a fraternity, as an art form, right. And not just to celebrate the August 11th, but also we're looking at everything that is going to happen for PAN from now until the end of the year.
Small also pointed out that participation in steel pan typically increases during the summer months, particularly around Carnival. He said the growing interest in steel pan is a sign that the art form continues to resonate with younger generations and is on the right path.
It is also a great time where we are seeing a lot more training programs, a lot more summer camps, a lot more persons coming into the art form. Because when I speak to band leaders like Mr. Francis, who is here with me, and Mr. Taffa Utley, Mr. Utley, and even at the Stylish Steel Orchestra, the numbers that you're seeing coming into these programs is just tremendous. I don't think that there's anybody who have less than 25 persons in their program. I mean, I remember Hero from Stylish saying to me, boy, he can't even find pan. So the point I'm making here to come back to the whole context of World Steel Pan Day and we being recognized, it means that the art form is doing something. Because you're seeing the attraction, you're seeing people come in, you're still seeing people.
World Steel Pan Day was declared by the United Nations in 2023 to recognize the cultural and historical contributions of the steel pan, which originated in Trinidad and Tobago, but has since become a symbol of Caribbean identity and resilience.